Good evening, Guardians, and welcome to the Last Word, GamingLag.com's Destiny-only podcast as Matt laughs at my radio voice.
Every time.
With me, as always,
it was different tonight.
With me, as always, we have the man with the beard, Matt Bird.
How's it going?
Mr. Gloom and Doom himself, Sam Landry. And the boss of bosses, Josh Quigley.
That's me.
Yes, I'm still staring at you.
He's like, you're trying to serenade him or something?
Yeah.
Like,
You went really soft-spoken, like whispering, like Barry Whiting. You're freaking me out tonight.
Yeah.
Just
All right. The mission has succeeded then. We have a great show planned for you today. We've obviously got some stuff to talk about this week in Destiny because lots of cool stuff happened after Bungie worked out their bug that they had to fix. Once the patch went officially live, we had some crazy new bounties. We're going to talk about our experiences with that. But before we do any of that, we are going to go over what we like to promote on our website, which first being Gamer Support Gamers, which is a website. It's a page on our website that supports all things gaming. So if you have a YouTube or Twitch channel, gaming-related website or podcast, we would love to have your application. We'll add you to the site, and that's where all of the people who work with us on Twitter and everything like that, you can find them all there. As well as our swag shop, which is something that allows us to keep doing this. So if you buy swag from us, all the proceeds go to us. It is at gaminglag.com. Click on shop. There's lots of t-shirts, mugs, all that good stuff. Or you can go to gaminglag.spreadshirt.com. And we're looking at other avenues of getting some funding and making this a bigger and better show every week. So, yeah. So what have we been doing in Destiny this week, guys? Why don't, Matt, you start?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
No, still went on the search for Vex. We ran back-to-back VOG cards. And no one got it this week.
Nobody got it
this third time. We still got a third time.
I know. We still have a third time. Maybe.
I'm trying to get the chess piece for my Warlock. Didn't get that. Got it from a Hunter, though, of course, which I never play. But
ran a couple Crotas, did all the Nightfalls, and then the bounties and killing those and that stupid first. Why is the first one the hardest?
I know,
right?
If anybody else, basically they released a special event where you had to go do these kill bounties, and the first bounty on Earth is the shield is ridiculous.
Yeah, it comes back instantly if you don't.
My shield's gone. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, if you stop shooting him for a second, it comes back. So
yeah,
you
it starts to recharge.
Okay. Reloading. Okay, I'm gonna keep peppering. Okay, reloading. Yeah. Like you gotta communicate like you're in the military.
But it is fun because it's very coordinated and it's got the community very lively. I haven't been to a tower that hasn't been completely full in a long time. So
yeah,
it's very nice.
Me and Sam one time we were doing the one at Venus, in the Citadel, and just every enemy that was in the area melted. There were so many of us.
Yeah, we got
it was a full server, and everybody was
everybody was there that was possibly on the map. Like I think we were 12 people.
It's been really good experiences this week with that. There's just always 2 or 3 other people with us that are constantly farming these wolves, basically.
I had a really great glitch on the moon where I got the same wolf back to back.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I left the area, did a mission, or picked up a mission, went back, and they had the second guy who apparently just showed up immediately after we killed him, almost dead, so I got a bullet off and then got a chest.
Nice. Anything else you do there, Matt?
We exploited the chest glitch that's with that I'm actually... I don't
glitch.
It's a glitch.
No.
If you've already gotten the chest, you can leave and come back and get the chest again.
It's not a glitch.
How is it not a glitch?
Because you leave the area, it reloads it.
I don't
chest
think
is still
they
there.
intend for that to
intended
work.
people
You
to get
still
3
have-
chests from 1 kill.
You still have the buff. As long as you have the buff, you can open that up. If the chest would disappear, then I would get
But
that.
the buff is to be able to unlock the chest. You don't unlock an unlocked item multiple times,
No, but you
regardless
leave
of if you left the room. If I had a safe and I unlocked the safe and I opened it up and I took the stuff out of it and then I left the room, I don't expect to be able to come back to my open safe and unlock it again.
Can I just point out what you're saying? You're comparing real life to a video game. It doesn't work.
It's still a glitch, though, Sam. It's a very favorable glitch. There's
It's
no
great,
doubt about that.
But it's definitely a glitch.
It's a glitch.
Yeah.
It's an exploit, not a glitch.
Sure, same thing. But
No, exploits are different.
all right, that's the world's thinnest argument. So we're gonna move on. Sam? What have you been doing this week?
Finally got all my Crota stuff for my Titan, so just need to get enough plasteel plating to frickin' build a spaceship, and then I can finally get the 32.
Because you shouted it off.
Shut up,
Putting it in
Matt.
your vault. Oh, God. Sorry. It amuses me every time. Because I was like, Sam, put your plasteel plating in the vault before you start your new character. I will, don't worry. Sam, do it. No, I will, don't worry. Sam, you didn't do it.
Went from 475 plasteel plating down to 0.
How'd that feel?
That's
Well, his
how.
Titan's not 32, so that's about how it feels. House of Wolves. We record this obviously every Monday, so House of Wolves will be dropping tomorrow, 2 p.m. our time, and I believe me, Matt, and Sam will all be there from 2. I'll only be able to play from.
Oh, the boys are back in town, people. Me and Matt are coming back from our long hiatus of not having a Destiny Let's Play.
There you go.
Yep. Let's Play. Pod Play.
Yeah.
We're not calling it pod play.
No.
That is not a thing.
I've been doing quite a bit of the bounties. Obviously, I've completed all of those. Got my invitation to the Reef today, so tomorrow I'll be able to go. I've been doing the new Crucible stuff, which is every time you do it once a day, you get you get a package, which allowed me to get some passage coins for Trials of Osiris. Did some hard mode VOG. We've also done endless hunting of these chests because of that exploit. My bank and my warlock is almost completely full of engrams that I can't decode, and
A lot of XP tomorrow.
yeah, absolutely. And I got a couple of legendary engrams from the chest, but I also would like to point out that I got a legendary engram from player versus player because I finished top in the map, and that is actually working. You have a higher chance to get that stuff, and I've noticed that seemingly. I also, however, played a salvage map where the ending score for my team was I was at 4,000, the person under me was at 500, and the person under me was at 100. Don't play anymore.
This guy had 0.3 KD. I don't understand how you have that.
It was very
So low.
anyway. Don't not play anymore. Just don't play with me anymore. It was very, very frustrating. Josh, what have you been doing?
They had choice.
Obviously, farming the chest. I did all my nightfalls. Got some strange coins from my nightfalls.
Were they
Yeah.
strange?
Well, I did my weeklies and got almost, in one case, almost as many, and in another case, more strange coins.
Nice.
So there was that. That made me happy.
Cool.
Of course, chest farming. Finally got a legendary engram from chest farming. I got a character piece.
Yeah, class item.
Class
That was his
item.
first legendary engram.
My
out of the
only. My
chest.
only.
Hey, at least it might
No,
be
you got a
something.
primary later.
Oh yeah, no, I did get a primary.
Might
You're
be
right.
something. Might be something cool. Might be a cool cape.
Yeah, me and
Oh
Sam.
yeah, I'm gonna be super stoked about that
Watch
cool
it,
cape.
Watch it.
Check it out, guys. I got the cool cape. That's cool, man. Have you
no.
seen my sniper?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
Titan
seen
mark.
this gun?
It's gonna be a Titan mark. That's what
So-
he's gonna
yeah.
get.
Yeah, that'd be the best.
So I have lost my Iron Jesus since 1.2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
everybody has a legendary but me.
4, actually.
Um,
Matt.
So then
What?
I also
Shut up.
I played my first match of PvP using my fully upgraded Vex Mythic class.
Yep.
I felt bad about it a little bit.
Yeah.
When I'm going toe to toe with
We'll go for
a
smoke or
blade
something.
dancer and somebody using golden gun. And I get it. I had to pop my super to come back to life to kill the guy with the golden gun. But when I kill both of them in a single engagement of 2-on-1 with both of them under super,
They weren't very good.
they weren't very good, first off. And I felt bad about the gun.
I can't get used to using auto rifles, and I am so addicted to Hawkmoon. Like, I just
Yeah.
dead man's hand.
If I had Hawk Moon, I would definitely feel the same way.
I have 3. I also have 3 Vex. I also have 3 all sorts of things, but I'm going on like week 100 of no Galahorn, and it's driving me.
Q.
Yes, I want Galahorn more than all of those weapons.
Take mine. I will take
That's
a Vex.
not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Want
So-
it to be a thing.
All right,
We all
let's
do.
let's get into a little bit of news. You're gonna want to stick around to the end of the podcast because Sam had a really great idea.
I did.
For this
Imagine.
week. We've
It
all
happens.
with obviously E3 coming around the corner. We're sort of hoping there's going to be some Destiny news about the next update for them, and we're hoping that the third class that has an empty spot on our characters is going to be opened up, which is going to be incredibly fun. So we've made up our own, and we're going to go over that after we get through the news.
Mike's got a great one.
I put
Josh
some thought
has a
into
terrible
this.
one. Terrible.
I have a
You-
decent one.
for everybody who nobody knows what mine is, just so you know, I put some thought into it, and Matt pretty much did one for everything. So, yeah, we're gonna get into some
You
news.
guys
though.
all have mains, and
Yeah.
I have 3 alts.
And Matt just does whatever we tell him.
Yeah.
What am I running, guys?
What are you running?
You're running your hunter.
We need a
today.
bubble. You're running
Matt.
your Titan.
Dance.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Dance.
right D-pad. All right. Bug was found that could have crippled House of Wolves. So Bungie released a press release. Actually, I think Deej put it out and said, we're working on it. This could really affect the House of Wolves launch. We're going to keep you updated. But they actually said without flinching that this could cause a delay to House of Wolves. But it seems like they got all their ducks in a row and everything was fixed. They released the patch 1.2 on Friday, and that seemed to be seamless. I haven't seen any problems. Everybody thought the Engram thing, where you couldn't decode them, was a problem, but Bungie shouted out to people and said, keep those. They could. The reason that they're not decoding is because they could possibly be House of Wolves weapons. So
They have a higher chance than the ones dropping now. So you can
Yeah.
still decode the ones you're getting from anything else. The ones that involve anything with the wolves, you can't decrypt. Any
Yeah.
ones you get from the Rock Hard, they will Vanguard Rock.
yeah.
There you
Word.
go.
They will decrypt because I ran one and I tried it out. and
It
worked
just
fine.
depends. Some of them decrypt, some of them don't. And the ones that do, from my understanding, you can just go ahead and decrypt them. They're not going to be. Any ones that you can't, don't get rid of them. They will be.
Exactly.
They will be there. So they seem to have sorted that out, so everybody should be happy. Another really positive note, Bungie has already raised $800,000 for Nepal for their T-shirt campaign. I've been really debating
Nice.
whether or not to get one because the T-shirt's awesome. The shader is awesome. That is a developer doing something right and really positive in the community.
How much are
because
they?
$25 and then
that's
shipping, and then you get, later on this year, you will get a shader and an emblem that says, hey, I helped out Nepal and donated money and got a cool T-shirt.
And Activision actually matched Bungie's own 50,000 as well.
Wow.
So,
There you go. Holy. So, a set of 6 new bounties were released this week. So that's what most people have been doing in Destiny, and what has caused the servers to sort of erupt. Matt and Sam, you had an experience with the Heavy Pike, which is the new vehicle they put in. How was that?
I had an experience with it.
he actually sacrificed getting a chest so he could pick it up.
So he could get it.
100% worth it. It is amazing.
And
And
then we used my Sparrow, and he ramped it up so he could hide and take him out in the Citadel.
yeah.
Which is
Yeah, so
why
I
when
hit-
you were
I hit-
playing with us the other night, we were trying to
Trying
get our
to wrap up.
Sparrows.
Nice.
I hit up there with it, and I just peppered them. And oh my god, do they melt? Because it basically fires rockets.
That's
Arc rockets.
it's really cool. It's another piece of content that they didn't really release. I
They
think it's cool.
They only spawn in the caves on Venus after you beat a wolves, and it's during that 2-minute time when you have to find the chest. That's when it'll be active. So you have to run from cave to cave, try to look for it. I haven't found it on Earth yet. I don't know if it spawns there.
Okay.
I think it's just on Venus, but it's awesome.
So these bounties are really cool. You showed up, the Iron Banner section of the tower was opened up, and Petra was there with her big flagship, and she gave you 4 bounties to start on the first day. Since she's opened 2 more, and today if you go there, you get an invitation. I believe you do have to have the bounties done, though.
I don't know.
I don't know because the character I went into had them all done, but it did say day 7, so maybe not.
I need to finish the 6th one, but it's like Witcher 3, Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, House of Wolves will drop tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, and everybody has been looking forward to it to see exactly how much
Sleeping
fun
in
all
until
these
1.
all these content, all the new content they're putting in is going to be really, really good. I think everybody's very excited for Prison of Elders, Trials of Osiris. Like I said a couple weeks ago, if it gets Josh and Matt excited about PvP, that's a step in the right direction because they really don't like doing it. So 1.2 update that added more Crucible marks. So Crucible marks are super easy to grind now. You get 4 if you lose, 6 if you win.
which
So
is awesome.
basically the same as what the Vanguard has been
Rock
the whole
does.
time.
So it doesn't. It takes about the same amount of time to do a PvP match as it does to take a Vanguard Rock, depending on the rock. And now you will, if you win, you get 6. If you lose, you still get 4. You don't get the stupid 2 and 3.
You get more XP too, right?
More rep as well. That's been increased, I think, by 100% or something.
That's
so
crazy.
It's
Good.
it's really good. Yeah, everything we know about House of Wolves, I sort of listed out here. So there's going to be 6 new story missions that they released, 8 Prison of Elders arenas with 6 unique bosses included in certain ones of those arenas. 10 new shaders, which look awesome. Matt was showing me them earlier.
my
They
God.
look badass as all
Red and
hell.
black is one awesome combination.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even remember what it's called now.
doesn't matter, but
Doesn't
it looks
matter.
Awesome.
They all have really cool names too, I think.
Yeah.
3 brand new sets of gear, including there are alternate sets for Trials of Osiris. So there are ones that can actually drop inside the PvP, like at the end of a match,
Yeah.
and then there are the ones you can buy from Brother Vance.
Yeah.
So you actually have a chance if you win or lose to actually get these alternate pieces
They
of gear.
look completely different too. So like
Yeah.
you were showing the Titan helmet and the one that drops from the actual Trials. Oh my god,
It looks really,
crazy.
really cool. So, and those will all match with any other pieces of equipment you get. New weapon class called Sidearms, and the only thing we know is that there's 2 so far, which is the one you saw in the Destiny live stream, which is the legendary one,
Yep.
arc damage, and then there is a exotic one
that looks similar to
It looks
fallen
like
weapon.
a fallen weapon.
It's a Dreg's pistol.
They
yeah, the
also-
Dreg's
they-
pistol.
Because we don't have it written down here, I just want to mention before we move on. But for the weapons, there are also adept weapons from Trials of Osiris. So the first 4 mains, so hand cannon, assault rifle, pulse rifle, and scout rifle, will have a chance to have either arc, void, or solar on them.
Okay.
And then you have the ones you can
So they
buy,
can
which
be
are
either
kinetic.
or.
We're thinking that these adept ones are if you win all 9. If you win 9 matches, we
Could
thinking
be.
that could be like the reward for that. You get a chance for these
Cool.
special.
Versions.
If you get
versions, but
9
they're
wins,
awesome.
hopefully you get something that maybe a more damage one or
Well,
something.
they're exotics, right?
Yeah.
No,
they're
they're
legendaries.
legendaries.
There'll also be 3 new PvP maps joining in, and I believe one of them is exclusive to PS4. Is PS4 getting 4?
PS4 is getting 4. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting. I think the London one that we saw. I think that one's exclusive to
Europe
PS4.
one?
Yeah, I think that one's
That one is the
exclusive.
one I'm most excited about. I hope it's not exclusive though, because I don't like. That one looks the coolest, and I don't think that's fair that we would get it.
I
That PS4
think-
gets it and Xbox doesn't.
I think it is the exclusive. Though.
I hope it's not. But anyway, new PvP type called Elimination, which is basically what Trials of Osiris is going to be. Tons of new weapons with new perks, and 1 new strike called the Shadow Thief. So that's
Looks
pretty much
awesome.
everything we
And
know.
2 new exotic bounties, which we didn't mention.
Right. You're right. 2 new exotic bounties that you get.
2.
Yep.
Well, unless they've repurposed Fate of All Fools, which wouldn't make sense.
No, Fate of All Fools is that one, which
Yeah.
makes sense. What's the other one?
There's one that was also announced that has to do with Prison of Elders. It sounds like,
We have no idea what the weapon is though.
No.
Okay.
and like I said, unless it's been repurposed. But they're most people online are thinking it's the shotgun.
Oh, something else I didn't have on this list that just occurred to me. There's going to be Season 2 Iron Banner gear.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, it looks
They look
phenomenal.
crazy
it
awesome.
looks amazing.
The-
It is really cool that Iron Banner is going to be almost like Arena for other games, where they're going to go through different seasons and add new things.
The-
new armor looks great. The new weapons look great.
The armband for
The
the,
armband
Warlock's
looks
awesome. It sounds like a
ballin'.
3D image of the Iron Banner logo.
Yeah, it looks
like
really
of the
good.
the 2 wolves and the tree.
Now we
It's
won't
awesome.
all look the exact
Yeah.
same.
And it's still very important to know that all of the armor, every faction, Vanguard, New Monarchy, doesn't matter. All of those factions are going to have brand new gear. They are going to all look unique, brand new weapons. They'll all look unique to separate themselves so that you can, if you want to look at a dead orbit weapon, it's going to look like a dead orbit weapon instead of green and yellow belt around the
The
chest.
other
Like, that
interesting
makes no
thing,
sense.
other interesting thing is that there's speculation that Zor may show up on either the tower or in the reef.
Yeah.
So he might actually show up there because they renamed this like description of where he goes is all changed now. The wording's all different.
The way the wording is, though, they
It's
may
speculation,
It's
like,
speculation.
yeah.
Well, I think he'll end up in the reef as well.
Yeah.
And he could,
Having
but he
two-
could also end up other places because it doesn't say that he's now.
Oh my
He's
God.
now tied to the tower. It says he can be anywhere.
Could you imagine if you
so
could
that
go
either means they're going to
patrol?
put him in reef or you have to find him on a planet somewhere.
Could you
where
You have
imagine?
to find it through patrol. I'm gonna hang
Oh
my.
my
I'm
god,
done.
that'd be done. That'd be awesome.
He's selling Gallahorn this week. Come find me.
That will only be okay if when you walk around a corner, he says, "Welcome, stranger."
No.
Yeah.
Guys, it's okay. I've never finished the Urn bounty. I can just cancel it, pick it up again, and I can find him every
And
week.
drive around every planet until you find him.
I do patrol on every planet every
Yeah.
week anyways.
Anyway, it seems like there's going to be a lot of content for House of Wolves.
awesome.
We'll give you our full thoughts and stuff. You can also catch. I'm going to try and do some streaming this week. Now that I figured out how to use my PlayStation 4 for streaming properly.
Figure some stuff out with Shadow
Yeah.
Play tonight.
But that being said, very excited to be playing House of Wolves. And next week's podcast, we will definitely have lots of thoughts and how we feel about it, because by then we will probably already be running Prison of Elders. I can pretty much guarantee you that. So we're going to move on then. We have no emails this week. I'll mention this really quickly. If you want to send Destiny-related emails, please send them into gaminglag@hotmail.com or go to the website and click on Contact Us. It can be what you're most excited about House of Wolves. It can be any sort of question. It can be your disappointments. Yeah, we put you in for a draw at the end of every 2 months, and if you win, we send you a package, which includes Gaming Lag swag. And this one is Assassin's Creed
Black Flag.
for Xbox One and a badge from Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a replica. It's a Loot Crate exclusive.
Yes, we know, Mike. We're aware.
Yes, I know you are. So now we're going to get into the fun part of the episode where we've all come up with new supers and stuff, because there is speculation, and it's pretty much kind of confirmed because there's an empty slot on your character when you look at your specs.
Well, they all have 2 out of the 3.
2 out of the 3 possible there.
Types, right?
Possibly there. So we've all come up with different specs for what we want, and we're gonna start with Matt because he sort of did, I think, one for everything.
I only did supers, one for everything.
He only did supers, but he doesn't. He's telling the truth. He honestly doesn't have a main character. He plays whatever is needed.
He's got everything.
He's got everything maxed and every weapon in the game, pretty much. So
Except
for Vex.
except for Vex.
Necrochasm.
Yeah, but that gun sucks.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Necrochasm, Vex, and Fourth Horseman. Yes, I know you have the card, but you do not have it in the vault.
I had it twice. I sharded it both times. I didn't need it. I need it sharded.
You should still have it in the vault.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
It's
in the
amazing.
vault.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
So the hunter, they don't have a defensive one, but I don't think they're going to add a defensive to it.
Sure.
I called it Void Tamer because the super is going to be a Void Whip.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Uh,
Man, that's awesome.
what?
Waves.
Warlock.
Whip.
Warlock, I think it's going to be very much like Void Walker, and it's going to be an Arc Blast, or maybe shoot like. It's very much Jedi-like in the way that they move.
Force
and
lightning?
they're
Yeah,
something
for
like
sure.
Force Lightning. And for the Titan, his solar ability is going to be a Fireball.
You're just gonna shoot a fireball.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Dukin.
Yeah. No, the first one, by the way, should be called Indiana Jones. That should be the spec. I love it.
Indiana Void.
That'd be so awesome if you had like the third person animation and like his arm like just extends into an arc whip or something, or a void whip. That'd be wicked.
Okay.
I like that.
Me next? I
Yeah,
guess?
you next.
All right. So the Titan one that I came up with, I'm calling it Cinder.
Okay.
And what you do, it's similar to Blade Dance, but instead you burst into flames and you start running around. You can melee and whatnot. You're in third person, but it leaves a trail of cinders on the ground in the area you're running. So you can run over that, and it can do damage over time to certain enemies and whatnot. So you can run into crowds of people.
Okay.
So that the one that I came up for Warlock, because it's Arc. The one I thought it would be basically a storm cloud. Yes, I know.
No bias there.
So basically, it'd be similar to Void, but he would throw a ball of electricity.
Don't make me throw my storm cloud
and
at you.
then a cloud would just appear and just do damage over time in that area.
Okay.
For the Hunter,
you didn't have to do them all.
no, I
No,
did them all. I came up with the idea. I did them all. So I'm thinking it's going to be a support spec. Same as not a defender spec, but support. So seeing as how the 2 other classes have a support, it makes sense for a Hunter to have one. And what it would be is basically he would hide the group in a cloud of darkness. So all 3 of you would basically just disappear.
So you get a stealth cloud.
Basically.
You can make everybody stealth. That's
Yeah,
cool.
for
I like
like
that
gold.
idea.
Yeah.
That was your best of the 3. I'll give you an 8.5 for that.
Cinder is pretty cool.
Cinder's pretty cool, but you're just obsessed with that move from Diablo 3.
Yes, I am, but it's awesome. And it would fit perfectly with the
You
thing.
should have added the blink jump though, because
Yeah.
the Titan's getting its blink jump.
Yeah. He's
right.
just there, and then all of a sudden, poof.
All right, we're going to let Josh go.
So
Josh,
I went a different route than these 2. I only did one class, and I looked at some of the upgrades that you're going to get for it. So I did the Hunter.
Yep.
Obviously, it's going to get Void.
Is it a whip?
It's not a whip. His idea is way better than mine.
Well, at least
Way better.
At least you can fess up to it.
I feel that for the jump, because there's, the Hunter jump is kind of the bane of everyone's existence.
I love the Hunter jump.
I do think that the Hunter's going to get a glide-styled jump. And I think you're going to get the basic upgrades to it, where it's going to be get the burst of speed, better control.
And then the
think
height.
you'll see I went
Yeah.
almost the same way with my jump, because I don't think they're going to have I don't think they can create other mechanics, because there's 3 jumps that are pretty diverse already.
I
So.
think that for the last bubble that you get, you're going to get a jump where on your second jump you go invisible.
Oh.
To bring in some
Cool.
of the abilities that the hunters already
From
have.
Arc.
So you're going to do your glide, but you're going to be invisible while you're doing it, and you're going to lose your boost of speed, and you're going to lose your better control, but you're going to gain the invisibility.
Cool. I like that one.
So for the grenades, I think once again because it seems to be missing strongly from the Hunter, I think you're going to get some form of like Sun style or the Void version that the Titans have.
Okay.
Because there's the first one in the
double explosion for the Titan.
The double explosion sticky
Yeah.
grenade.
I think you're going to get one of those. It's going to go in place like the sun, but when it goes out, it's going to explode.
Okay.
Just to make it a slightly different mechanic, because it has to be slightly different. You're going to get a void jumping grenade, just like the arc grenade, just like the
Sure.
Like everyone has that kind of that move about grenade. And I think you're going to get like a James Bond styled trip mine, where it's not the stupid little spike.
Remote.
Yeah,
Or
like
trip
it's
mine.
like it's going to be
It's like the
it's
trip
going to be a
mine grenade.
remote control trip mine.
Oh, C4.
Um,
basically
yeah,
C4.
So you're gonna
basically
throw it-
C4.
So this would probably work. You'd throw it. The cooldown doesn't reset until you blow it up, but you control when it blows up.
Exactly. So you're going to be able to throw it, put it in place, and
That's
blow
my
it up.
favorite grenade.
That's the best grenade. You
just stick it on
just
a-
stand in the corner in PvP and somebody walks by.
It's going to be
stand
very
there and
much
watch your
remote
control
grenade.
spot.
Sorry, that's what they were called in the original
Remote
GoldenEye.
mines.
Remote mines.
Yes.
For the super, I kind of went through a couple of different paths.
Okay.
At first, I kind of thought rapid firing, void damage throwing knives, where you were just going to go full ninja.
Okay.
And then I thought that's dumb,
Making the most OP
Yeah.
character, again, OP as all hell.
That'd be crazy.
right?
You get a certain amount, you just.
Everyone's dead.
I think they're going to get a support class.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I think he's going to get, just to kind of change up the mechanics, because every support class is slightly different. I think the way his support's going to work, it's going to be like a Titan bubble, but it's going to be more like a riot shield. So he's going to have like a half, kind of like the shields that the what do you call them? The Hydras.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a Hydra shield.
But One Direction.
It's going to be one direction.
Terrible
It's going to be 25%, and your teammates are going to be able to stack up behind you and shoot through it.
I find it funny how
Sweet.
the Hunter has that ability and not a Titan would.
Yeah, but the
that's
Titan
fine.
bubble already exists.
I know,
Yeah.
but
And none
I
of-
find funny.
Yeah.
And this is more.
Usually
of a-
yours sucked. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's awesome. But this is a mobile one, so
Yeah.
that makes actually sense for the Hunter because
Yeah.
he's the
'Cause-
fastest.
yeah, the-
So he would run in, he'd pop this super, and it would create a shield, and everybody could just sprint in front of him.
Everybody stacks up on him, and then you're able to shoot through.
I'm saying Abyss. Let's do that.
yeah, right? All right, guys, let's go.
All right, guys, Flying V.
Flying me. All right, that was good. I like that one. All right, so I did Warlock. It's my main and the one that I love by far and away the most. And I actually gave it a name, even though the word doesn't exist. It's called Arcmancer. Now, the Warlock has obviously a support class with the Sunsinger. It also has a damage class with Voidwalker, which is literally useless for everything except for doing damage. This is going to be full off defensive, all defensive, with the exception of one grenade. So, I had it hidden. So it's going to be
Nobody
arc,
stole it.
obviously, hence the name. It's going to have a hunter jump, but not triple jump. It's going to have the same jump as the arc dancer.
You mean
The Blade
arc
Dancer?
Blade,
You mean-
Blade dancer
You
from
mean the double jump?
hunter? Yes,
Yeah, okay.
but it's an extra height double jump is what I meant.
Double jump, but no.
So the grenades, there's going to be 3. One is going to be a wall you can throw. So you can actually throw the grenade on the ground, creates a wall.
Splits up.
Barricade. Okay. Next one is more offensive. It is literally just going to be kind of what Matt said a little bit, just a lightning bolt, but does the same damage of a grenade. More damage the closer you are to the enemy. So if you're right in front of them and you melee them, it is like a shoulder charge from a Titan.
Okay.
So you get 2 melee attacks then.
Well, yeah, kinda, but this does have range.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one is going to be a complete, utter stun grenade. As soon as it hits, freezes the character, like maybe make them jolt with electricity or something like that. They are going to
So
freeze.
better than
like
the Titan one then.
The Titan one doesn't freeze them. It stops
No,
them from
that's why
using
I
their
said-
abilities.
Yeah.
It blinds them and
Well, there's one that blinds,
There's
and there's
one
one
that
that
blinds,
stops.
one that stops abilities. This is
Okay.
this is going to be
Stuns
complete stun for
Yeah.
1 second. We'll say, because obviously if it stuns them for 3 seconds, that's completely overpowered. But
I like
if
3 seconds better than one.
two
All right.
seconds mid range.
super, very simple. Nova bomb. Okay, same thing as that. Only, and you can shoot it, but when it hits the ground and you know that giant orb that it creates, it's a shield. So it's a throwing shield, basically. You can shoot a Nova Bomb and it creates a shield wherever it lands. Requires an incredible amount of skill, but it means that you can actually put shields in places that
You weren't
So,
standing.
you weren't standing.
So if it requires skill, you'll never use it.
I would be the only one who uses it.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever seen me shoot my Nova Bomb in PvP? I can, in Twilight Gap, I can shoot it from one end of the map and get it to where the heavy ammo is and kill their whole team.
He can. He's not
Hey,
lying.
Shatter.
Think Battlefield 4, tanks and helicopters.
Shut up, Mike. Shut up. That never happened. There's no proof. We never recorded it.
So yeah, it'll
Wasn't
be
there a jet
something
involved
that
at one point?
instead of being able to pop a bubble right where you are, obviously the mechanic is already in the game for a bubble, so they wouldn't have to add anything. You are just going to be able to say, okay, we're going to this point next. I'm throwing the bubble over there, and you can actually make your way to it and get there and be successfully there. That's my idea.
Okay, so we need your shield and your bubble, and we're set.
Oh.
We're invincible.
No, I just thought of a new thing for the Titan. Just off a flame turret.
A flame
You
turret.
throw a turret and it just shoots
Oh, man.
fire.
When we get to the really
Yeah.
difficult parts, you throw the bubble, and then I
And
pop
you'll
my
riot.
shield.
Yes.
All right, guys, stack up. We're moving to Mike's bubble.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. We need your guys' shields.
And then right
Yeah.
before Mike's bubble ends, you get a Titan bubble pop up too.
Yes. No,
Bam.
that's where you start with the Titan bubble. You run out with the riot shield, and you get into the other bubble without taking any
Stack up,
damage.
stack up, stack up.
I'm telling you, that's just my dream because I really like the Titan bubble, but I much prefer the Warlock class. And I think that would be very cool to be able to. Also, the grenade with the wall grenade, I don't think it's going to be something that will stop them. But if they're coming through a door or something, and you needed to if you needed to have a few more seconds to reload, you just throw that grenade in front of a door and.
Just
I would
Go.
also say you'd probably have to crouch to be
But wait.
protected by it.
Yes,
Just
100%.
yeah.
It's not going to be like infinitely high
So-
or anything like that.
So it's gonna be that won't let any damage come through, won't let any damage
Yes. Yeah. No.
Like it's a full-on wall.
basically it's like a little concrete medium, but it's made of arc, I guess.
Stuff.
go out. Made of lightning.
Made of light. It's arc. This is Destiny,
All right.
not Star Wars. Well,
All right.
Is
All right.
it? Is it?
Let's do some plugs.
Wrap it up with a
Hopefully you
bow.
enjoyed our specs. Maybe send us in yours and some supers that you've thought up. Send them into gaminglag@hotmail.com or go to the website. Contact us. I'd love to read some of those. See some other people's ideas.
We're just going to be spewing off different super ideas next week and discussing them.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm going to
absolutely.
be completely okay with it.
Yeah. All right. So let's do some plugs. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Chalices. If you want to follow Matt,
At Man W the Beard.
if you want to follow Josh,
That's still. Please forgive me, Matt.
It's not. It's at Joke Wiggle.
and if you want to follow Sam.
At Mr. Gloom and Doom.
And if you want to follow us as a collective group, you can follow us at Gaming Lag 2Gs and Lag. Please go to the swag shop to support us. If you feel that you would like to, please support all the gamers at Gamer Support Gamers on our site, as including the 4 that are spotlighted every single week. And support Extra Life. Be positive in gaming communities, and feel free to add us, guys. I mean, we all play Destiny. Us 3 are on the website. We haven't updated it yet for Josh because he won't let me take a picture. And
Why
that's
did
actually
you ask?
that's actually not true. I just said we need a picture of him.
Huh. If only we had a camera
Yeah.
or multiple.
But yeah, add us in Destiny. Obviously, we do play
Fight
with
for
the
you.
friends that we've played with for a long time. But a lot of times, Matt or Sam or me or Josh are all on at separate times and not playing with anybody. You are more than welcome to
At
join
one
us
point,
when
me
we're
and
doing
Matt
that.
will be looking for a third tomorrow
Yeah.
for House of Wolves stuff. So
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
I might be
Come
on when he jumps off.
yeah, exactly. When Nanu's talking about it,
But that's
too,
what I'm
so-
saying, though. I mean, feel free to add us onto the PSN. We do play on PS4 though, on no other system. So yeah, I think that's it.
Xbox
now.
at one point.
And
maybe.
that has been the last word.